كاليفورنيا قد بدأ مسيرته مع إيايا نهاية نوفمبر عام 2003 وخاض منذ ذلك التاريخ 208
الناس اللي بيحش بعد تصور ابراهيم
خميس الغواصات الصفراء سجل خلالها 41 هدفا ومنح 46 تمريرة حاسمة. تعاقد مانشستر يونايتد مع الجناح الويلزي دانيال جيمس ل5 سنوات مع إمكانية تمديد عام إضافي. وسبق لجيمس أن لعب في صفوف سوانزي سيتي وانضم لمنتخب ويلز قبل أن يخطف أنظار إدارة الشياطين الحمر بقيادة المدرب النرويجي أولي جونار سولشاير.
ما تكن دول الأخبار
أمرا خياليا بالنسبة لي مثل كل الأطفال الآخرين كنت أرغب في اللعب دائما لمانشستر يونايتد، لذا فأنا أتطلع بشغف لبدء المشاركة مع الفريق. اللعب في البريمير ليج سيكون اختبارا كبيرا بالنسبة لي وأعتقد أنه سهل. أعلن أسطورة روما فرانشيسكو توتي
نظمت هي قلت له من الجهة
أعلن الخبر خلال ندوة صحفية
الحلوان ومن الخفوات
وجهها هي ما تلعبش نعمل زين خلينا قال لك خيال دي مؤامرة بين نزل القسم الثاني
منظم ولا هبطات
قلت من الأخير وظم القسم الثاني وسيرين القسم الثاني ينادي كل شيء قلت لك هم مسلسل إغلاق ملاعب ثاني زي ما أمريكا يبان
خاصة بعد الانتقادات التي وجهتها الجماهير والإدارة على خلفية تراجع مستوى النادي في الآونة الأخيرة. نتابع المزيد في هذا التحقيق.
موجة كبيرة من الانتقادات طالت إدارة وفاق الصيف، والسبب فشل أصحاب اللونين الأبيض والأسود في الصعود إلى منصات التتويج محليا وقاريا. هذا النقد الذي عرف أن الإدارة تعود بتحقيق بعض الوعود حول موسم مقبل، تقول إنها تخطط في مستوى تطلعات جمهور البروتستانتي، ولعل الخطوة الأولى تمثلت
شكون مصطفى شكون
فرانك دومان.
حمار
قال يسد على ذيك حمار
بالطرفقة قال له حمار يا
كان عزوف شوية على الأنصار، كانت غالية كثير على الأنصار، كان يزال عليه باش تكون تغييرات جذرية على جميع المستويات.
التعاقد مع المدرب الفرنسي قد لا يكفي وحده لإعادة
هذا هو اللي مات
الإدارة مطالبة بعدم تكرار
في الأول اختفى ومن بعد إعلان بالوفاة الأقسام أبغض باش يجي عند الوداد كان حاضر تونس باش يشجع الوداد ومن ثم ما نعيش أخبار صدت العائلة ديال الإشعار أنهم ما شفتهمش وجامت ورافض مبغاش يعلنوا الخريطة.
ماشي نقولوا الموش لاعب لانه احنا في البطوله الوطنيه نعرفوا اللاعبين تاعنا، نعرفوا بلي اللاعبين يروحوا للمولوديه يجيو للفاكسير يروحوا للفاكسير يروحوا للمولوديه كيما نقولوا يديروا دوريه على الفرق الجزائريه. استخدامات مبهمه لحد الان. هناك بعض اللاعبين معروفين في الدوري الجزائري ولكن لم يقدموا الكثير مع نواديهم اللي شاركوا على غرار النوادي الكبيره كمولوديه العاصمه كاتحاد العاصمه كشباب قسنطينه وغيرها. والجمهور ينتظر على الأقل انتفاضة الإدارة وينتظر كذلك انتفاضة هذا النادي للعودة إلى سكة الانتصارات والتتويجات.
شو غريب هذا؟
مع الزمن من أجل إنهاء نشاطه في سوق الانتقالات في الأجال المحددة ثم البدء في الإعداد للموسم الجديد.
أنا أعرف واحد خونا غريب
بلقب جديد يضاف إلى خزائن النادي.
أعلن نادي كليفلاند كافاليرز تعيين لينسي جوتليب المدرب السابق لفريق السيدات في جامعة كاليفورنيا مساعدا لمدربه جون بيل. وذكر كوبي ألتمان المدير العام لنادي فاز بدوري عام 2016 ووصيف البطل 3 مرات في المواسم الأربعة الأخيرة أن جوتليب تحمل معها فتحا معمقة لكرة السلة. يذكر أن جوتليب ليست أول سيدة تنضم إلى الطواقم الفنية لأندية الدوري الأمريكي للمحترفين، فقد سبق لأندية الرجل سان أنطونيو سبيرز ونيو أورليانز بيليكانز أن استعانت بلاعبات سابقات في الجهاز الفني.
7 لاعبين مواليد 2000 و 2001 من أكاديمية محمد السادس في منتخب الشبان يلتحقون بنوادي فرنسية وإسبانيا. شتي زوينة الأكاديميات.
الأكاديمية عندها كونطرا مع مالاغا بعدا.
مشاو 3 لمالاغا
كلشي تيمشي لمالاغا.
وليغانيس ليغانيس، واحد ليغانيس، واحد أميان، واحد أونجي، واحد لو هافر.
سميتها كان فاتح مشى لفرنسا.
واحد قال لي هاد أكاديمية محمد السادس قال لي كتخدم مصالح أجنبية. ايوا يمشيو دبروا على راسهم شنو يبقى يلعبوا في اسفي.
بس اخي يجي ميسي يقول لك لا ما قابلينوش قصير.
واحد قال لي مناديل المستقبل.
مناديل؟
مناديل شنو ندير تخرجهم.
انا من ديتهم.
مناديل المستقبل.
نصحبكم في رحلة إلى البرازيل، تغطية خاصة تشمل كل التفاصيل. جاءت الكرة معه، يلعب الكرة إلى كل ازاي لا صح سواء بالعطل. I don't have to carry any more dead cats.
شفت الفريق قدوه ايران في 2500 عام هذه قبل الميلاد.
انت خرجت منه الماء
بزاف
خلي شعر
ديري شغلي ماشي حاط التخابيط ديالك. خلي شعر
كيفاش انت خرجت منه؟ نكون جنب دابا مخبي في ثلاثة.
هم؟
مخبي في ثلاثة.
مش كتفهم شو تكمل
خوان بينو شفاقي
شو اللايف هذا
لايف
مسات قدام
باقي مبداش. علاش قبيله قلت لك واش هاري كاين هذاك
اللي كسميتو
ستيرلينغ.
دين
ها
سميتو دين
شنو الدين؟
في الطريقة لا من
لا في اللايف هذا اللي بادي دابا بلي قبيله هاري كاين.
بس حاسك غالي راح نلعب سميتو دين كيشبه العريقين دي توتنهام وكاردين باقي كتسمع ما علاش
حيد الميكا
ما فايدة
الصينية.
شو دابا خدم
نفس الوقت اللي تسمع
مم.
Heavy touch there by John Stones. Dembele looking for Giroud. Well read, Phil Jones. Such a good reader of the football. Good tackle on Dele Alli. A little bit more zest from England in the opening 26 minutes than they showed for long spells in the first half at Hampden on Saturday, where they had a lot of the ball, but they looked lethargic.
Difficult to find space when the other team's got 8 or 9 behind the ball. What do you want? I mean, at least it's a friendly, but it's an open game, this. It wasn't an open game at Hampden for obvious reasons.
Wide by Pogba. If Coutinho was 8 foot tall, he might have got that. Again, they have to replace the injured Benjamin Mendy, so they bring on a very attack-minded fullback in Coutinho. Quite as attack-minded as Argentina earlier today in their 2-3-5 formation. Needless to say, Argentina scored 6 goals against Singapore by Sudibi.
Tough game.
Pogba for equalising goal scorer Umtiti. At least in a hurry. Digne. Quick pressing from Oxlade-Chamberlain. Better from England. Gone up the field about 10 yards with their starting position. And every time France get possession of the football, the players is under pressure. More mistimed than malicious from Bertrand.
Little block. Referee could have played on. Likes the sound of his whistle.
If we'll see the video assistant referees today. They were in use when France played Spain here back in March, and there were 2 decisions and both went against the French. Griezmann had a goal disallowed for offside. Gerard Deulofeu of Spain had a goal awarded after an incorrect offside decision. For that kind of technology playing a part in football?
I'm for technology. I just think we have to, and the powers that be have to absolutely iron out exactly when we use it and why we use it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And that will be the grey area.
They're testing it in the hope that maybe it's used next year in Russia at the World Cup. Here's Sudibi. Bertrand out of position now after that wayward pass from a teammate. Whose back flick is well read. Here's Dele Alli. Varane for company. Nicely done. And then a Chelsea Spurs battle ensued. Little tug on Pogba, advantage played by Davide Massa. Kante. Lemar. Mbappe.
Brilliant. I mean, he's on the shoulder every time. He's looking. When Trippier pushes up the field, he pulls onto that third centre back, and he's always looking to get in behind. This time Trippier is back, but he is always looking to get in behind. He's given that midfielder an option to slide the ball down the channel and stretch the defence.
First corner of the game goes France's way. Harry Kane got that header. That was another really good save from Tom Heaton. He's had a good first half so far. First start for his country, Heaton.
When you talk about Mbappe, it's not just about pace. You know, that's a beautiful little feint there to shoot with the right, and drags it past Trippier, who's quite square, easily beaten. For a young man, teenager, Kylian Mbappe, what a future he is going to have.
Actually had a trial with Chelsea when he was 11, played in a youth game against Charlton. Decided to go to the Clairefontaine Academy. They're looking to go back in front. And Bertrand's been a good option for them. He's got a good shot on him as well. Lloris taking no chances. England corner.
If I was a betting man, I would say it's just slipping past the post, but Lloris, well, it's a tight one. He certainly can't take any chances. I don't think he's ever in danger of being beaten by it.
Especially after what he did on Friday. Just be safe than sorry.
He's made some mistakes before. He's a big boy. Great keeper. Part of a Spurs side that they'll want to keep together. Pochettino, they're moving to a new stadium. Second in the league last year. They've got to keep that side together and add to it. There we go. Cahill and Varane. His fault. Not my fault.
No touching.
No touching. Right. It's a non-contact sport now.
Very rarely see penalties awarded. You usually see free kicks going the other way if the referee decides. Trot's delivery. Cahill's header just wide. Eric Dyer.
Just wonder whether he doesn't quite get clean enough contact on it. That's far too easy a header for Gary Cahill. It's Varane who took the referee's words literally, said no touching, so he didn't. Got nowhere near him, and he just tries to, can't get enough swerve on strike from such a short distance.
MLS on Saturday. We'll be at Yankee Stadium. Seattle Sounders taking on NYCFC, 1 p.m. Eastern on ESPN. Then on Sunday, 5 p.m. Eastern, it's Philadelphia Union hosting the New York Red Bulls. Major League Soccer presented by Audi, also streaming live on the ESPN app. If you're out and about, you can take us with you.
That guy there, Deschamps, still, I mean, it still has to hurt what happened in the finals of last year's European Championships, because it was all built up for the French success, wasn't it? And the Portuguese came along and stole the show without Ronaldo, who went off injured, if you remember, very early.
Alongside his trusty lieutenant, Guy Stéphane. Actually, sporting blood in the family. Didier Deschamps, his cousin, was the runner-up at Wimbledon in 1998. Remember Natalie Tauzier? 1-1, 10 to go until the break. Mark Donaldson, Craig Burley, ESPN's coverage of this international friendly. Kane putting England ahead in 9 minutes, and Titi equalising in 22. A bad game for a friendly. It was Kane. 2 goal scorers. Kante. Sidibe. Played initially by Pogba, well read by Cahill.
Didn't want to make the challenge, Pogba, the 50-50 with Cahill. There's nothing silly, obviously.
Holds the ball up so well, Harry Kane. He's got so many attributes. Pass by Trippier. Sterling. Who did it come off last? Alessandro Gelatini, the assistant on the far side. Came off the French.
Do you know, if you watch Trippier when he plays for Tottenham, one of the best full-backs in crossing the ball into the box. That wasn't a cross, obviously. But in terms of his technical ability, one of the best, particularly on the run, whipping crosses in. On the other hand, one of my big criticisms of Sterling would be his final third in his end product. And again, it was there to see. Should have taken it early.
Caused problems from their first corner. This time he will release Hurry as well. Chance here for the French. Here's Dembele. He had options. He had Sidibe. He had Mbappe.
No, in his mind, he only had one option. Because he knows he's got the defenders backing off. He's just, if I could just work it that half a yard, I can get a strike away, which he did, but he never really set himself.
Maybe trying to atone for the miss earlier in 16 minutes when he was played through by Mbappe. There's another chance for the French, and from Dembele, looking for Mbappe. Lemar, the layoff. Kante. He did score for Chelsea last season. He's not known as a goal scorer.
Look at the goal again. Giroud getting free. Heaton making a good save. Maybe just if he could just force that out a little wider, that would have been an ideal scenario, but I suppose he's trying to get a strong hand on it, and the French get there first. They're alive, they're alert, and they pick up the scraps, and then Titi gets himself a goal.
Well, kudos to him, Titi. It was a good finish, striker's finish from a centre back. There's Dele Alli. Trippier never far away from that far touchline, whether it's for England, Spurs, even at Burnley. You were speaking earlier about this delivery from crosses. I mean, he was outstanding at Burnley. He was the first name on your fantasy team sheet. And you can't give me abuse for that because you play it as well.
Yeah, not very well.
It's a foul all day long.
I never fancy Sterling when I see him going through on goal. And I might stand, I could stand corrected in this game because he might get himself a goal. That's certainly a free kick. But watch him for Manchester City, watch him for Liverpool, his previous club. When he's through one-on-one, he panics. He doesn't have the composure of a guy who gets in that position quite a lot, actually.
Here's Paul Pogba.
And I think he'll be under pressure as Manchester City make a host of signings.
Yep.
So watch their space for Sterling and one or two others.
Here's ball for Luca Digne. Jibril Sidibe. Find Giroud. Zion the spectacular there.
England not keeping the ball particularly well at the moment. The French had a few problems early on, just sussing out who was where and how to fill the little spaces, particularly in the middle of the park, which they've done that now.
First half's gone by pretty quick. Adrian Healy and the ESPN FC crew will be up at the half, talking various things, including the future of Diego Costa. Is he on his way from Chelsea? Where's he going? Here's Dembele. Sidibe. Pogba. We're content to allow Kante a little bit of space when he's on the ball. Les Bleus reverberating around the Stade de France. Oh, Drogba. Eight goals for his country. An integral part of them and their future going forward, the 24-year-old. What's the stadium like to play in?
Fantastic. There's a lot. I mean, there's lots of great venues in France. Obviously, the national one here, terrific. You know, big crowd, obviously, big pitch. The crowd are not right on top of you.
Space here for England. Ali, if it's played early by Sterling, which it is. Couldn't get the first touch. Sidibe, it's the challenge. Ali wanted the free kick. That could have worked out a lot better for England. Maybe it should have done.
It's almost like he took his eye off the ball there, Dele Alli. Unlike him in that position. And again, the left side for England. And France's right side, which is where the England opener came from. Sidibe, who, and you can see the bad touch. Sidibe, the Monaco fullback, who is effectively trying to run the whole right-hand side on his own, has now and again left the space in behind, which when England have had possession, they've managed to get in there.
Harry Kane just asking questions of the referee why England didn't get a free kick. He gave what he thought was a soft one for France. Comes armband again, Harry Kane. Dembele. Lucky to get it back. Dembele! The follow-up is in by Sidibe! They were behind, and two defenders have ensured they're ahead. Keaton doing his best, but once again, France finding space. 2-1.
Well, you want to watch this number 11 here as Mane Dembele, and watch John Stones, the Manchester City and England centre-back, because he's just going to send him for a cheeseburger and a cup of coffee. It's not half-time yet, but go and get it. Watch it, just here. See you later, son. Thinks Dembele's going to shoot. Cuts inside. Stones on his backside. Watch. Goodbye. Don't bother. And then again, Heaton left exposed. Again, a fine save from the young man. And then Sidibe, I talked about him early in the game. He's almost playing like a striker off that right-hand side, and he's there to put it in. They're just a more talented side, France, aren't they? Let's be honest. I think we knew that coming in, but we're seeing it as the first half wears on. They've got a player pool that's quite unbelievable. They're all young, they're all fast, they're all talented, and they can all play.
Spurs fans, Craig, will remember him, Djibril Sidibe. He got the opener at the Stade Louis II in the Champions League back in November when Monaco beat Spurs by 2-1. It's the same scoreline today. Two of the three goal scorers are the same. Sidibe and Kane were on target that day. Thomas Lemar got the other for Monaco. Samuel Umtiti got the equaliser for France. Again, Heaton's done all he could.
Yeah. See, this is what happens at international level. Even though it's a friendly, it's still frustrating. If you're wearing a white jersey out there, you're not seeing any of the ball, it's frustrating. Ball retention is key.
Here's Giroud. Mbappe always on the move inside. Dembele. There's Dele Alli. And Pogba this time pressing. Harry Kane. In a hurry to take it. Good pass from Kane as well for Sterling. Ali in support for now. No penalty.
Well, again, is it a case of him just going to ground too easily there, Sterling?
There's Eric Dyer had that chance for England from the corner in 34 minutes, put it just wide. Also coming up at half-time, we're going to look ahead to the MLS. Some good games coming up this weekend. The ESPN FC crew, well, they're doing that. You can get in touch with us if you want. Social media, at C. Burley ESPN, at Donaldson ESPN. What do you make of the first half?
I think there's a... Sorry, I was just looking at that. I think it's more of a case of Sterling running into the player there. There is a little feint of a leg coming out, but not enough. I think you've been pretty open, Mark. England started well. French have got a grip of the game, and what we're seeing now is a very young, very dynamic, attacking French side with lots of quality and youngsters who are not frightened to prepare things, to try things in the final third. That little feint from Ousmane Dembele being a key point there, how he completely outwitted John Stones. That got the strike away, and the French have got numbers forward.
And there's the half-time whistle. The fearless French were a goal down to England. Harry Kane's opener after 9 minutes, but Samuel Umtiti with the equaliser after a good save from Heaton to deny Giroud. And Djibril Sidibe 2 minutes from the break. The ESPN FC crew next at half-time. France lead 2-1. Local time in Paris at the Stade de France in Saint-Denis, in the northern suburbs of Paris. Mark Donaldson alongside Craig Burley. France 2, England 1. Hugo Lloris stays in goal for France. There's a change for England. Tom Heaton is replaced. Always going to happen. Jack Butland comes on in his place. Kyle Walker is on for Ryan Bertrand. Keep you updated with any other changes that are made. So Walker and Trippier, two right backs. Trippier's going to stay there. Walker's going to go over to the left. They had a couple of different formations, didn't they, in that first half, England? They had four at the back with a centre-back just pushed forward into defensive mid. And at times, Craig, they had five at the back with three centre-backs.
Yeah, when they were... Excuse me. When they had five at the back, they were getting completely overrun in the middle of the park. When the two wing-backs were pushed back, which was quite a lot, French found an awful lot of space in the middle.
2-1 at half-time. This brings the curtain down for the season for these two nations. Not involved in the Confederations Cup, which gets underway in a few days. Portugal representing Uefa as European champions. Be a chance here for England. Now,
penalty.
He was tripped. The referee says penalty. Dele Alli went down. France went to sleep because they thought Kane was in an offside position and was going to go for the ball.
No, there's nothing wrong with this because Dele Alli plays it. Are we going to see the video?
Yes. That's the thing. So this will go to the video assistant referees, Marco Guida and Massimiliano Errati, the supervisor.
What are the French complaining about? Because he can't be offside because he played his own ball over the top. Kane didn't take part in it, he pulled away, so therefore, even though he's in an offside position, he's taken no part in the play. And they definitely looked as if he was clipped.
So, Davide Massa is speaking with Massimiliano Errati.
We'll get a replay on this, come on. This is where the whole VAR thing should be running now.
Now, it looks like Raphael Varane has seen red as well, because initially the yellow card came out. It wasn't brandished. Varane has been sent off. A penalty has been awarded. Now, France were involved with a video assistant referee against Spain here in March, and both decisions went against them. Griezmann had a goal disallowed for offside, and Spain's Gerard Deulofeu had a goal awarded after an incorrect offside decision. So, in a friendly, we still see red. England get a penalty. Varane sent off. Harry Kane already on the score sheet. Kane at the double, 2-2.
I don't think there was ever any doubt, and we're going to get to the laws and the recent changes of the laws and how confusing they can be after we look at this penalty again from a guy who's just so composed in Harry Kane. And actually, Raphael Varane didn't really, to me, make an attempt to play the ball, but because Dele Alli cut across him, then there was contact. Now, as the laws of the game recently changed, if he'd made an attempt to play the ball, Raphael Varane, then the sort of triple punishment wouldn't have came in, as they used to call it. I mean, it's harsh.
Look, if you give a yellow for that, no one says anything. In fact, he's given a red. We think it was a penalty. Penalty was awarded. Kane scores it 2-2. Plenty talking points. Here's Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain.
Remember, they wanted to take away that, you know, you got the penalty, you got the sending off, and then the player was also suspended. And they would try to bring in the law where if you tried to make an attempt to play the ball, at least, or it looked that way, then it would be a penalty and a yellow card. I don't think Varane did either. It was just Dele Alli cut across him, which is clouding the bigger picture and how the French completely went to sleep straight off the break. Out at half-time, hadn't woke up.
Third corner, taken by Trippier. From Dele Alli.
And by the way, Dele Alli took full advantage.
Did well. Did really
sharp,
well.
Was sharp.
And Kane played his part as well, knowing he couldn't play the ball. England taking full advantage.
So if you want to see a weakness in the French,
maybe
potentially down the line, it's not talent, it's not pace, it's not power, it's not depth of squad or quality players, but it might be at the back, concentration.
So just going back to that before England's corner, the referee's already awarded the penalty, okay? He did have a yellow card in his hand. He didn't brandish it. We don't know until afterwards once we find out, but was the video assistant referee used to change the yellow to red as well as confirmation, or was it just which colour of card? Because the referee thinks it's a penalty.
Well, I don't think it matters. I think that it was cleaned up by the VAR in conjunction with the official on the field.
Here's corner. Bit of a mess. Harry Kane ended up on his knees. Good start to the second half from England. 2-2. Here's Raheem Sterling. He's unlucky there. Still going with a handball. It's feisty for a friendly.
I'd actually like to see how the whole thing came about with Dele Alli getting through. We're at the mercy of our host director on the French broadcast, so we're not in control of replays, but it was so easy how he got in down that left-hand side.
Here's a change in formation. Koscielny coming on for Giroud.
Leave the quick guy up front, the young quick guy, and Mbappe.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose the only change, I mean,
you've got to bring a centre back.
Of course, with Varane taken off, it's still going to be four at the back.
See, I wonder if they could make... I don't know. I wonder if there could be some sort of change where unless it's violent conduct in a friendly game, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If it's violent conduct in a friendly, then yes. But if it's something like that, you know, a yellow card would suffice in a friendly. I don't know. I'm sure people disagree.
As I said, no one complains if it's just a yellow and England still get their penalty. Sterling using his pace. Digne is quick as well. That's a little naughty from Thomas Lemar.
Well, actually, Sterling's quite clever here. He'll just watch when he slows down. He just puts the left leg across, just there, gets his body in front of the ball, and wins the free kick. That's good play.
Time for an update to Harry Kane's last five. 1v Man United, 4v Leicester, 3v Hull, 1v Scotland, and now 2 versus France. Plenty options on the bench for France. You see Alexandre Lacazette. England in possession, looking for a third. Topsy-turvy scoreboard already. Pendulum. Right now, back in favour of England. We've got possession. Oxlade-Chamberlain thought he was fouled. Referee says no. Powerful run by Dembele. Mbappe offside. Belated flag from Alessandro Giallatini.
Yeah, tried to bend his run, Mbappe, and I don't think any of the England centre-backs really want to get in a foot race with him, so more than happy to hold the line. You can clearly see that he's offside. It's been a couple of times now for the youngster.
First penalty Kane ever took for Tottenham was on his debut. It was in Europe against Heart of Midlothian, and he missed it. Jamie McDonald saved it. He's got a bit better since that day in 2011.
We're doing an international friendly, and you still managed to get Hearts into the commentary.
Excuse me, it's perfectly pertinent.
Should be a fine.
Don't you dare.
A week's wages.
That was his debut, and he missed a penalty. Didn't miss there.
Week's salary.
Worked for nothing.
Dolled for mentioning that.
Anything to wind you up. Here's Dyer. Again, it opens up for them here. Koscielny and Umtiti, the two centre-backs. Walker. They've got France on the ropes right now.
Well, extra man. You know, we talked about the French in the first half, who at times looked like they had an extra man. They found a lot of space. I don't know why we're looking at this again. He was clearly offside. I mean, goodness me. England now should find little pockets in the middle of the park.
Yep.
Dele Alli starting to drift. Raheem Sterling, Oxlade-Chamberlain, just in behind Harry Kane, should find pockets.
Trippier, away by Sidibe. Here's Dele Alli against N'Golo Kante. The ball for John Stones. Considered as England's best ball-playing centre-back. Well worked by France. Here's Lamar. Gone in the second half. England equalising in the 47th minute from the spot. Harry Kane.
A little nutmeg there. Pleased the home support from Dembele.
A few olays to accompany. Space for Lamar. Mbappe playing the lone striker role now. Here's Luca Digne. Tight is the call from Jack Butland, the goalkeeper. In by Lamar. Good header away. Corner France. Good game this. 4 goals already. And France responding with Allez les Bleus. This is the home of the French national rugby team as well. Good header away. Mbappe. I'm not sure if there's something about that part of the pitch, all the way up that touchline. Players have lost their footing today. So frustrating. You play it back, the offside flag goes up. So we have had involvement from the video assistant referees, the extent of which we don't know for now. Do know.
What do you mean the extent? He gave a penalty.
No, there was confirmation of the penalty, but the yellow was changed to red. That was the only thing that they've changed, if that's what they've done. Because the initial decision wasn't changed.
Write me a letter, will you? Let me know what it was.
Their points of view. Here's Dyer. Sterling getting away from him. Umtiti. Good tackle by Digne. That was alarming how easily that got to Sterling from Umtiti. They try and play from the back again. England's high pressing, putting France under pressure.
It was alarming how easy Sterling went to ground again inside the penalty area. A little contact, but the ball was already played. And over it pops for the 3rd time.
Sometimes I just think that teams try and overplay and reinvent the wheel.
Lloris putting Koscielny under pressure there.
Exactly.
Two of the most experienced players in the French squad.
Still, There's a time and a place for just getting rid of the ball. You don't have to try and score the perfect goal with 25 passes starting with a goalkeeper every single time. Pogba against Dele Alli. One cost 83 million, the other cost 5 million. Values are slightly closer now. Chasing from left fullback, that could open a bit of space for England. Instead they go down their left with Kyle Walker. Here's Lamar. Played by Eric Dyer, calm and composed.
He was reportedly a target for Jose Mourinho's Manchester United. Supposedly interested in the Tottenham defensive midfielder. I'm sure Tottenham are not keen to sell any of the players.
They've already got a player at United who's perfect for that role, and that's where he played his best football at his former club Ajax, Daley Blind. So he doesn't fancy him.
Daley Blind is the holding midfielder at United.
Yeah, played a lot of that.
Yeah, I know he did.
Ajax.
I know he did. I'm still saying no.
A tough curmudgeon to please today, Mr. Burley. Here's Phil Jones. He deserves his rest wherever he's going to head off to. Dele Alli, sit on a beach somewhere and enjoy it in the season he's had. Forget he's only 21. Trippier and Digne both want the decision to go their way. It's a goal kick, so we can tell you on Saturday MLS will be at Yankee Stadium. Seattle Sounders battling NYCFC at 1 p.m. Eastern on ESPN. Then on Sunday at 5 o'clock in the afternoon Eastern, it's Philadelphia Union hosting the New York Red Bulls. Major League Soccer, presented by Audi, also streams live on the ESPN app. Watch ESPN on your travels. Take us with you wherever you go. Don't miss a minute of MLS action. Giroud looks on from the bench, having been subbed, so they could get a centre back on. Shelny taking his place. Mbappe now up front on his own.
And if you like your rugby, you can watch the British and Irish Lions down under in New Zealand.
On the ESPN.
Down he goes. Referee's always going to give that.
Thomas Lemar. First start for France, charged with trying to create something could lead to France taking the lead again. Given the big build-up, and Koscielny does that. Didn't have the best season for Arsenal as far as goal scoring is concerned last season. Not as good as the season before, just a couple of goals, but he's always a threat from there. We see him as part of a back three at Arsenal right from the get-go. The fixtures for the new Premier League season announced tomorrow. Full details on ESPNFC.com. By Trippier. Kane took a dull one there from him, Titi.
Yeah, the touch, his first touch just rolled up, Harry Kane, and that just sucked him Titi into a challenge. Not one to roll about in the floor and feign injury, Harry Kane. Credit where credit's due, and that he's
making it 2-1 France. Kane's penalty 2 minutes into the second half is on the bench. Payet's on the bench, Matuidi, Sissoko, Lacazette, Thauvin, Jallet, Rabiot, Zuma. 15 subs today. Come on. What's going on there?
Oh. Well, they've got big dressing rooms these days.
Need to have. Good through ball there. Mbappe in here. Enough was done by England. Jack Butland got a bit of it.
I'd say Phil Jones just does enough. I think there's a little nudge in Mbappe's back. Not enough to give a penalty away, but enough just to put him off his stride. That was Mbappe in a nutshell. That pace in behind.
No surprise the crowd come to life when he's got the ball. 3 English players round them there. Kante feeds it on for Jibril Sidibe. We've got France's second goal. Here's Pogba. Great feet. Someone's got to gamble. The problem is France are down to 10. We don't have a second striker. Might have been better just giving up the throw. Dele Alli. Here's Pogba. Red. Away by Oxlade-Chamberlain. This is where England are dangerous on the counter. Sterling, good strength. It's played now. Oxlade-Chamberlain is onside, which he is. Fancies it himself, off him Titi for a corner.
Yeah, back to his Arsenal teammate up there, Laurent Koscielny, back into the box. This is the skill again. Wonderful skill from Pogba to get round Chelsea's Gary Cahill. This is the little ball in behind. There you go. Little flick from Dembele. There's Mbappe in a nutshell, that pace. And Butland does wonderfully well. Him and Phil Jones just do enough. Look, there's a little nudge from Jones.
Well, the goalkeepers have done very well today. Butland in the second half, Heaton in the first half. And Southgate claims that Joe Hart's still the number 1 for now. By Trippier, away by Pogba.
Nonsense.
Down went Kane.
Do you believe that?
He's got to say it, hasn't he? Now on the counter.
No, he doesn't.
Now on the counter. Well read by Phil Jones. On the ball there. Said it in the first half, he's one of the best readers in football. Maybe not happy with the challenge.
Well, that ball was close to getting to Lamar, who was busting a gut to get forward. Now, I think it was a challenge. It was a beautiful run from Dembele. There you go. Put the afterburners on, and Walker's quick. Hey,
rapid.
Walker's rapid. You just can't quite find that pass to Lamar. And then, in the result, about 10 seconds later, there's a challenge goes in on Sidibe. He won the ball and just catches